trying to stop a G, trying to make it hard for me, trying to make it hard for me.
Say he got him for the door. And what he giving showing love. Break it down, this didn't know the ropes. Now he calling my phone, talking.
Coming up now on NBA 2K TV, we're hanging out with Bill Simmons.
If you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Then we fill you in on this week's neighborhood events and drops. And it's the final vote for the top play of winter.
Deep in the heart of Texas, San Antonio, the scene for the Heat, perhaps the most physically imposing player in the game. Giannis is looking to dominate and lead his team as they get ready for action at AT&T Center. Heat Spurs is next. We're back in just a moment. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. We've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Capella.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, Kyrie Irving rediscovered his maternal lineage with the White Mountain family of the Standing Rock Sioux tribe. He lost his mother at a young age, and by connecting with her roots, he's found a piece of himself. The tribe gave him the name Little Mountain. Kevin?
Great story, DA. Thank you. Brent, two explosive backcourts. When you were playing, who was the toughest guard that you found to defend?
Well, I would start off with a guy named Allen Iverson. And the reason that I start with that, the reason I start with Kevin is I just saw the back of the jersey all the time, so I remember Iverson clear as day. But if I went deeper, I would tell you guarding the Hall of Famer Mitch Richmond at a time when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings. They would run an offensive set, much like for Reggie Miller, multiple screens by a bunch of guys who were big and strong. That was not good for me to try to fight through those kind of screens. But if you gave Mitch Richmond 8 inches, 2 points.
And Richmond was strong and had bulk to his body.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me, Kevin.
I can see the bruises. So here's Miami's starting group. They've got Clint Capella. Harris is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Lowry. And it's Green in at the two-guard spot. And for the Spurs, Irving is out there with Brown. Then there's Parker. Then it's Young. And it's Cousins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
Giannis inside. Covered by Parker. Giannis no good. The drive by Cousins. Great D that time from Green. And so Green will bring it up for the Heat. Last time they met was in Miami.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
It was definitely that defense that carried them to that huge win that night. You have to figure they'll be primed to wreak even more havoc here in this one.
He gets that one.
Boogie on the inside just causes problems defensively. I mean, it's incredible what he can do.
Lowry finds Giannis. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. Count it. Good.
Yeah, this is a solid opening quarter right here. Very active and creating a lot of good opportunities for himself.
Pass to Cousins. Shoots over Capella, and Cousins gets it to go. Cousins has got 6. The Heat have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Green, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Lowry with the ball. Let's go. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, he could just see over the defense. The eyes to spot the open man. Giannis flourishing right now as a facilitator.
Irving for three. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those. And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside Lowry. On the wing, Giannis. Covered by Parker. Antetokounmpo dishes to Lowry. Capella trying to free himself up. That's good from Lowry on the assist by Giannis.
A veteran guard with a knack for penetrating defenses. Lowry can pretty much get any shot he wants.
Now here's Cousins. He's got 6. And that one is off. Good work defensively by Capella. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Heat. They trail by 1. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
As Giannis has grown in his physical stature, widening those shoulders, having more strength, these are the kind of plays that make all that hard work pay off.
Now here's Brown. He had 10 points in the win against Atlanta. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his first. And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
The Spurs shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Line for 2.
That free throw good from Brown.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
And Brown drops them both. Halfway through the season here, Brent, how do coaching staffs shake things up and keep things fresh over the long 82-game season?
I think coaches who are really smart, Kevin, can be a bit programmable, where they're looking ahead at the schedule and saying there are blocks of games here in which we might try to change some of our defensive schemes, maybe over this 10-game stretch or 5-game stretch. Or
to keep things fresh, or to...
Yeah, because you can only do it on the mental side. As much as we talk about guys getting rested and sitting out games for maintenance issues and load management and those kind of things, the tweaks that you can make on the floor in terms of a couple of new sets on offense or defensively, let's make this challenge for the next few months, will grow the foundation of what coaching staffs are capable of doing with that team as they go on.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here's Green. The game against Oklahoma City, very impressive. The rebound by the Spurs. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
I think a lot of people were surprised by that result, because on paper, you didn't think that game would be that competitive.
And Cousins does not mess around in the post. When he's got that kind of positioning, he's going to ram it home.
Lowry, good. Lowry's got 9.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
Irving with it, picked up by Harris from downtown, and Kyrie Irving gets the 3.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Now, here's Capella. He's coming off a 10-point game against Oklahoma City.
And he also controlled the boards. He just seemed to be in the right position every time the ball came off the rim. Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And it wasn't too long ago, Brent, we were wondering what Giannis could do if he bulked up. Well, we don't have to wonder anymore.
Yeah, I don't think we need to wonder about an MVP in the league. The curious thing, Kevin, was last year after winning that award, Giannis coming out and talking about he's only at 60% of his potential. Can you imagine what's coming down the line if he realizes the other 40? He's something else.
Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You look at the Spurs. Right now, they've been able to gather the 8th best record in the conference as the latter part of the season approaches.
And, you know, right now for San Antonio, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Now, you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long. You either want to be competing against the top teams or starting to strategize where you can position yourself for a high lottery pick and maybe turn around your franchise's fortunes.
Now, here's Irving. He's got 6. Parker outside, just 5 on the clock. Fades away. No good from Cousins.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
And Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
It's a huge night for Giannis Antetokounmpo at the offensive end of the floor. That length and athleticism just proving to be too much for any defensive scheme.
Now, here is Young. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Irving. And it's Lowry with the rebound.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough. Just looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Brent, for so long we've talked about the potential of what Giannis can do when he reaches his prime. 27 and 13 last year is a pretty good jumping off point.
Winning an MVP award for Giannis at 24 years of age and knowing that most of the prime years for NBA players are starting to happen between 27 and 30. That's a scary thought, isn't it, Kevin? 4 or 5 years more of growth from Giannis Antetokounmpo and what he can do at that position. If that jump shot comes along, we may be seeing an all-time great develop throughout his career in the next decade.
And the Spurs with possession here. 6-point game. Irving finds McGee. Outside Irving. Shot to stop the run. Bangs home the trifecta. Irving's got 9.
He's seeing everything right now. Fantastic job pulling the trigger when he's open.
Giannis outside. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. You know, so many great dribblers, ball handlers in this league right now. Who's the best at shooting off the bounce?
Well, 3 prime candidates to do that, Kevin, exist at the point guard position, and I put James Harden in the point guard category with how much he has the ball. Harden, Kyrie, Steph Curry, 3 great names that are able to find their way to get the ball into the shooting pocket. No matter where they move off the dribble, finding consistency. It's a really sought-after attribute in the players who are coming up now because of how impactful these guys have been.
Free throw good. Giannis.
It's interesting as Giannis has grown in this league. The Greek Freak we know is so versatile, just competing to be one of the best players in the business.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Makers checked in for Parker. Jake Layman comes in for Brown. And it's Napier in for Irving. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Spurs trail by 4. Napier feeling it out a bit. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Clint Capella. For San Antonio, they've had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Taking 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Napier, and the Heat making a change here. Jackson's checked in. And both free throws good for Napier. And here's Lowry, another key contributor in that nice win against Oklahoma City. Now here's Robertson, guarded by Walker. Outside Jackson. This one for three. It's good from long range. And the Heat lead by 5.
And Jackson has become a reliable three-point shooter. That's a shot you got to respect.
Napier kicks to Walker. Back to Napier. Pass to McGee. Over to the wing. 5 to shoot. That's a 2-pointer from Walker. The Spurs getting another chance here. And the slam dunk by McGee.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
3-pointer, Lowry. That shot misses. And the Spurs going the other way now. Napier passes to McGee, and the slam dunk by McGee.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Yeah, made for TV game here. Pace is great, scoring is coming in bunches, and both of the teams feeling confident right now.
Now here's Capella. He's been quiet so far, still no points in the game. And even 3-on-3 break. From deep, Walker. And it's Miami with the rebound. Capella's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Back to Lowry. Pass to Bielitsa. Miami no good on that time either. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Spurs. They trail by 1. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first personal foul.
San Antonio shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And in terms of team numbers, the free throw percentage is right at 74.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. There's a lot of talk, Brent, about eliminating divisions, something that's been discussed. Do you ever think that's going to happen?
I don't understand what the divisions are. Do you?
Well, no. We don't pay attention to the divisions.
We don't pay any attention to the divisions.
It's all about conference.
And we know that divisions end up helping in some ways with the playoff seedings, but it just seems strange today to have the divisions the way they are divided up. I think it helps when you're opening up a fish wrap in the morning if you check a traditional newspaper, but otherwise, there could be something that goes away soon.
Now here's Jackson. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Walker with some nice D. San Antonio's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. There's the pass to Maker. Kicks it to Napier. Tipped away, and it's out of bounds. Last touched by Allen. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Antetokounmpo.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Here's Layman. Right now averaging about 5 points a game.
And whether he's a great off-balance shooter or not, the lean is probably not the best option on that shot.
Now Allen. Right side Leonard. They could use a bucket. And Allen with the layup. And the Heat lead by 1. No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
And McGee kicks to Lehman. It's rebounded by Leonard.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Spurs shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Here's Lehman, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's top rebounding teams this season. Number 1, the Heat.
They are tenacious when it comes to attacking the backboard. Physical, smart, and determined. No surprise to see them at the top of the rankings.
First free throw is good. Ilyasova, he's checked in for the Heat. Both shots good from the stripe.
You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
Allen outside. Passes it to Bielitsa. Lets it go with a 3. Drops in the tray.
How about that? Bielitsa rising up and firing. That's a confident-looking shot.
Now here's Napier. Guarded by Jackson. 34 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And the basket by Napier.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Here's Ilyasova. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, I appreciate the way Ilyasova can get into a defender down low and then force them to either give space or put him at the free throw line.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And his average at the line stands at about 79% right now. So solid numbers in that department.
That free throw good from Ilyasova.
Ilyasova, with the height of a big man, he's very much at ease and has a great release.
And both free throws good for Ilyasova.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Now here's Napier. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Outside, Walker, a 3-ball. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Spurs lead by 1. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for San Antonio. And it was from three-point range where he did the most damage. He knocked down 3 in that quarter. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And this team has shown their toughness and determination, and Kyrie Irving talks about what he sees in his teammates.
What's going to separate us is how close we are, and when we're in the trenches together, I'm looking to my left and to my right. And
they certainly do.
This team has assembled some hard-nosed, unselfish players. No better group for Irving to surround himself with.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
Yeah, looking for a spark here, and the coach tapped the right guys to get out there and provide it.
You've got Maker. He's out there with JaVale McGee. Shabazz Napier out there with Lehman. And it's Walker in at the shooting guard position. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Here's Allen. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
Well, the positioning of Thon Maker is going to help him be a much more dependable shot blocker.
And McGee kicks to Walker. Miami grabs the miss. They want to keep rolling here following the win against the Thunder.
And, boy, did they impress everyone with that comeback they had in the fourth. Just stunned that crowd.
Now here's Leonard. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Hands it from downtown. Allen's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Heat.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And there's the foul. It goes on Ilyasova. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Spurs. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for JaVale McGee. Young is subbed in for Thon Maker. And Miami also making a switch. Harris is checked in. Now here's Cousins. 8 points for him.
Yeah, not a lot of guys at 270 are going to stretch you out defensively. DeMarcus Cousins is one of them.
Brent, you look at the size and athleticism of DeMarcus Cousins, and you can forget just how skilled he is.
Well, the interesting part about Cousins, and as his career goes on, especially coming off the injury, Kevin, what does he rely on? Well, when he came into the league, as you said, he had that skill set. He's going to rely more and more on that ability to shoot the ball and to still make plays so that he's still an impact player in the NBA.
Here's Walker. Heat knocking down the tray. Young with no one around. That three off the mark. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Heat. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Harris outside. Baseline J on the way. And it's Leonard missing. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And that one misses from Lehman. Miami's gone to three-point range 7 times tonight, knocked down 5 of them. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, DeMarcus Cousins suffered an Achilles injury, and it was a major setback for him, but it was also an eye-opener. Cousins said, any given day could be your last day playing, and all the celebrity, all the fame ends. My love for the game has grown, and at the same time, I want to be more than just a basketball player. Kevin, challenges can put anything into perspective.
Thank you, D.A. Now here's Allen. He has 5. Ilyasova passes to Harris. 6 to shoot. Got a piece of it. And here's Ilyasova outside. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Pass to Napier. That one falls, his second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Well, this is where Cousins' size helps him to have a passing window to find open teammates.
Walker against Jackson. He kicks to Harris. From the arc. Walker with the rebound. The Spurs have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Cousins, the pass to Walker. Back to Cousins. And they double up Cousins. Young from outside. The Spurs rebound. Cousins with the bucket. Cousins has got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, he's got quickness and he's got that frame where he's going to lean on you with that body and find a way to get an angle to score.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
Whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
And the Spurs with some changes. Parker's checked in for Lehman. Brown comes in for Lonnie Walker. And Irving subbed in for Napier. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Myers Leonard. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Ilyasova. Danny Green, he's checked in for Grayson Allen. And Kyle Lowry subbed in for Reggie Jackson. And it's put back up and in by Capella. Capella's got the game tied up here for the Heat.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up.
Kyrie does a great job of using the shot fake, really sells it that time, and then goes straight at contact.
The Spurs have done a perfect 8 of 8 at the line.
Irving at the line for 2.
First one falls for him.
Shifty with his speed, incredible ball handling. So hard to guard Kyrie, but so thrilling to sit here and watch it all up close.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Antetokounmpo against Parker. Giannis inside. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. To the inside, Parker. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Well, Jabari got the defense to bite on that particular play, mostly because he was aggressive with it.
For San Antonio, they haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. He misses the free throw.
And Parker continues to work, always wanting to get better. Always thought of as a high motor player.
And he sinks the second. The Heat trail by 3. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Lowry against Irving. 6 on the shot clock. And the rejection by Cousins.
How about Cousins with some gritty defense there, showing off his intimidating length on that rejection.
Here is Lowry. 9 points in the game so far. Buries the long-range jumper.
Go, Spurs, go. Ready, let's do it.
Lowry against Irving. Pass to Cousins. Brown against Green. Brown kicks to Cousins. Just 5 to shoot. Young from outside. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Young's got the lead, back up to 3 now for San Antonio. Lowry deciding where to go with it here. And the pass to Harris. From deep three-point range, the rebound by the Spurs.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Lowry. Jabari Parker making his last shot. And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to just 3 in the basket from Kyle Lowry.
Well, don't just look for your shot all the time if you're the superstar. Giannis mixing it up really well here tonight.
Now, here is Irving. He had 19 points in the win against Atlanta.
His passing another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Here is Lowry. He's got 14. Nailed from three-point land. Lowry's got 17.
And that's his second in this quarter, guys. He's made 3 so far this game and is showing no signs of slowing down.
And they double up Cousins. Parker with a clean look. Misses off the right iron.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Miami's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Young with the steal. Parker kicks to Irving. To the paint, looking for Young. He gets it there. And that one, good. Young's got 5 points in the quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Bounce pass from Lowry. Green dishes to Lowry. Lowry drawing the double team. Antetokounmpo finds Harris. Good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist. He has 6.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league.
Goes back up. Beyond the arc. No good that time. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. Following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Suns in Phoenix. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Maybe not the most famous beard in the league, but Joe Harris's beard last year, Greg, drawing some notice in the NBA.
The lumberjack look belying his feathery touch. Good size and strength, enabling him to play the small forward position when needed.
Now here's Irving. He's got 13.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Yes, total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Here's Cousins. Following the score by Miami. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Irving against Lowry. .135 left in the first half. Hits the three-point bomb. And now it's an 8-point Heat lead.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. One of the stories here, Kyle Lowry getting it done today.
Just killing it from deep. They've got to be all up in his jersey at all times. Give him even an inch, and you're just asking for him to drop another triple on you.
The Spurs making a switch here. McGee's checked in. Then for the Heat, Bielitsa. He checks in for Capella, and it's Robertson in for Harris. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on JaVale McGee.
Well, an aggressive Antetokounmpo is a good thing for this team. Taking it in with force to the rack and getting the foul.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here.
2 shots. And really a big factor in their win last time out was his work at the line.
And he ends up missing both free throws. Spurs trail by 8. Irving finds McGee. Now, here is Young. He's covered by Bielitsa. Can they get it? Kept alive.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
And if they're thinking they can get a 2-for-1 here.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to what they're going to run here. Got to run a good play.
Outside Irving. Drills it from outside. Irving's got 7 points for the quarter.
Feels like he's taking nothing but shots he knows he's going to knock down. Kyrie playing sharp here.
Now, here's Robertson, defended by Young. Bielitsa passes to Lowry. Shot clock at 6. A baseline J, and the jumper is good. Lowry's got 22.
Now that basket must be widening out right now, Kevin. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
Now, here's Irving. Fires the 3, and no good on the last second attempt this time.
Yeah, and he plays a lot bigger than that 6-foot frame would suggest. Lowry is just a bundle of energy out there.
And we finished one half of basketball. Miami ahead as they end the...
Thank you.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Kyle Lowry had a huge first quarter. He ended up with 22 points and 2 rebounds. Let's hear from you, Shaq, on the Heat first half.
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic. They're pushing the ball in transition and catching the defense. That's snapping, Ernie. Anyway, a huge chunk of their offense has come on the break. They've got a nice lead, but they shouldn't slow anything down. I say keep doing what you do.
Kenny, how do you think San Antonio played?
Well, the perimeter D is just too loose.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter is set to begin in just a few.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Kyle Lowry has just been sensational.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
And so Brown will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half with. Green out there with Lowry. Then it's Clint Capella. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Harris in at the 3 spot. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Cousins. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
They get a hand on it. Down low. Here's Giannis. No good on the shot. Nice D from Cousins. Spurs trail by 5. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Spurs working the ball around now. And they double up Cousins. Brown wide open. He fires. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. Brown's got 5 now.
And that's just tremendous confidence from Brown. Going up with the shot right away and giving the D no time to react.
Let's a floater go. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
That's his first.
It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. The Heat have missed a few free throws up to this point, shooting 4-7 from the foul line tonight. Free throw drops for Kyle Lowry.
A 5-time All-Star. Lowry has come a long way since being drafted 24th overall back in 2006.
And Kyle Lowry drops them both. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Irving passes to Cousins. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Here's Giannis. He dishes it to Harris. Kicks to Lowry. Giannis inside. He's against Young. And the rejection by Cousins. Young against Lowry. Here's Irving. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Lowry finds Giannis. Fader on the way. San Antonio with the rebound. Young's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board. It's such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Passes it to Capella. Back to Lowry. It's stolen by Brown. To the middle for the tie, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And a look now at the San Antonio Spurs' upcoming schedule. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the Phoenix Suns. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for that Raptors game, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
That free throw missing. Jackson, he's checked in for Kyle Lowry. Good on the second free throw. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. And the layup falls. Antetokounmpo's got 20 points.
Well, the versatility that Giannis has out there is such a huge advantage to what they can do offensively. Saw that pick and roll well.
Yep, it counts. 17 points for DeMarcus Cousins.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Antetokounmpo against Parker. Antetokounmpo up top. He's got 20. The shot, no good.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Outside Jackson. Back to Giannis. Pass to Green. Clock at 6. It's stolen by Brown. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Brown really forcing the issue there on the drive, making the opposition get physical with it.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
He struggled mightily at the free throw line in their last game.
That free throw, no good. And some changes here for the Spurs. Layman, he's checked in for Parker. Lonnie Walker comes in for Young. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Irving. Then for the Heat, Myers-Leonard comes in for Clint Capella, and Grayson Allen subbed in for Danny Green. He doesn't get the second one. And so Giannis will bring it up for the Heat. They host the Kings after this game, and that will be the first game of 5 straight at home.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Walker's shot is off.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he laid it straight up and in.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
It's Brown on the wing. Walker with it. There's the dish to Napier. Walker taking his time here. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for him.
Kicks it out to Allen. Fires for 3. Good on the three-point shot. Allen's got 8 as we approach the fourth quarter. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Inside. Cousins dishes to Walker. Back to Cousins. Napier with it. Jackson on him. Here's Brown. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. On the wing, Harris. Napier covering. They get it back. Antetokounmpo. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the foul goes against San Antonio.
Well, Antetokounmpo does such a great job of using all he has at his disposal, which is mostly his frame in drawing contact.
He's made 2 of his last 5 attempts so far at the line. That one is off.
And the number of fouls he's drawn has resulted in a bunch of trips to the line. So even if he doesn't make them all, it still had a positive effect.
Bielitsa, he's checked in for Harris. And he's good on the second. Spurs trail by 3. Here's Walker. Pass to Napier. Here's Layman. Guarded by Jackson. Here's Cousins. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
Man, we are in for it tonight. One of those incredible nights for Boogie Cousins. Look at the work he's putting in.
Antetokounmpo passes to Jackson. Miami no good on that time either.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts. But otherwise, the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Here's Layman. Misses the 3.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why. Still, I expect him to make one of those.
Bielitsa bounce pass. Here's Jackson, and the rejection by Cousins. The pass to Layman, back to Walker. For the 3, knocks down the 3 ball. Walker's got 6 points.
He's going to punish you, Kevin, if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
Here's Jackson, and he banks in the layup. Jackson's got it all tied up now for Miami.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip. And as long as Reggie Jackson is healthy, he's going to give you some punch as a lead guard. Solid scoring option and a guy who's also unselfish in terms of getting his teammates involved.
And here is Bielitsa. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Nobody near Allen. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 7th assist in the game. And for the last half decade, Reggie Jackson has been good for about 15 points a game.
And that is about the consistency you can expect from Jackson. He's always been a talent. The key for him is just staying on the floor.
Cousins with it. Leonard picks him up. Napier passes to Cousins. Bielitsa against Walker. Some good defense in the NBA, so let's check out the leaders. The Heat third.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jake Layman. Robertson, he's checked in for the Heat. Kyle Lowry comes in for Grayson Allen. And so Walker nails both of them. And here are the Heat now. Lowry passes to Antetokounmpo. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Cousins.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
Walker against Lowry. And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way. Well, while we've got a moment now to see this year's three-point contest and how it's shaping up, let's take a look at some of the top candidates emerging as we see here some players who are likely to make the final cut.
Not too shabby of shooters on this list, Kevin. You got to love the advancement and really the evolution of the three-point shot in today's game.
And you look at Lowry. He's going to need to leapfrog quite a few great shooters if he's going to be a part of the three-point festivities on All-Star Weekend. But, you know, maybe he can do it.
I mean, anything's possible, especially if he has a few big games from beyond the arc before All-Star Weekend. That'd give him a nice bump in the voting.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
And not even three-quarters out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail-biter.
Passes it to Bielitsa. Over Brown. Again, the miss by the Heat. San Antonio leading. Now Napier. He's got 6. Cousins inside, covered by Giannis.
And I know they don't really want him to walk in there, but there's got to be some resistance on Cousins when he gets positioned that deep.
This is his first free throw of the game.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And that one falls for Cousins.
I remember when Cousins came into the NBA, I had a chance to watch him at his very first Summer League game, and I thought he'd be a problem then. Well, he's still a problem now. I mean, he can do so many things out there.
San Antonio making a switch here. Irving's checked in, and Miami also making a switch. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. 1:44 left to play in the third. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Lowry. Rebounded by the Spurs. McGee's got 9 rebounds now tonight. There's Brown with the 3. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Napier's got his 5th assist in this one. Now here is Lowry. 24 points for him. Looking to end the run, and he lays it up and in. Capella's got 6 points.
Yeah, and this team depends on Lowry. I mean, so skilled at creating shots for himself or his teammate.
Irving. And another field goal in his total. Make it 7 for 14, shooting 50%.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
3-pointer, Lowry. A rebound by the Spurs. Pass to Napier. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
Shooting for San Antonio, Shabazz Napier. At the line for 2.
Free throw drops for Napier. A different look now for San Antonio. Parker's checked in for Cousins, and it's Young in for Brown. The Heat also with a sub. Green's checked in. And both free throws good for Napier. The Heat trail by 8. Robertson with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. McGee with the block. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Bielitsa passes to Robertson. Now here is Lowry. He's guarded closely. Shot clock at 5. Unloads. Miami no good on that time either.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. Right back after this break. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Here's Lowry. They've got Kyrie Irving. JaVale McGee is out there with Jabari Parker. Then there's Shabazz Napier. And it's Young in at the small forward position. That's the San Antonio 5. McGee with the block.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Starter in this league for almost a decade. Thaddeus Young's numbers, Greg, won't blow you away. So what is it that makes him a winning player?
I think it starts with his defense, Kevin. Drawing charges and getting deflections. His quickness puts him in a position to make those effort plays.
And he makes the first. And so Young nails them both. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. It's a 10-point game. Pass to Bialica. Outside Lowry. Launches it. Rebound by Napier.
And so much for repeating the three-point barrage he put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second.
And the shot goes in. Young's got the lead up to 12 now for San Antonio. And for the Heat, they're shooting 43% for the game. Irving against Lowry. On target from 13 feet. Lowry's got 26.
Deceptive and skilled at that guard position. When Lowry's scoring like this, good luck trying to defend it.
Irving attacking. Chalk up 2 there.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And the Heat making a change here. Harris is checked in. That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. Here's Green. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Lowry against Irving. The offensive rebound.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Shots good from Young.
That's a good read by Jabari, a solid passer, and he knew he could reward a teammate that time.
Lowry against Irving. And Lowry gets it to go. 28 points for him.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Spurs leading by 13. Here's Irving. The shot from the low post is good. Irving's got 5 points in the quarter.
So clever. He finds different ways to probe inside, and Kyrie with a great finish.
And there's the pass to Harris. Back to Lowry. Harris outside. Shot clock at 6. No good on the 3. Spurs have gone a perfect 4 of 4 to start the final quarter. Can't ask for anything more than that. Irving with the ball. Lowry picks him up. Irving kicks to Young. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 6 assists now in the game.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Yeah, some of these nights you got to enjoy yourself. Not too much at the expense of the other team, but right now this team is balling.
Passes to Green. Irving against Lowry. Takes the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Lowry's got 31 points.
Well, if he's hitting shots from there, he becomes so much more dangerous.
Napier with it. Working on Green. Napier passes to Young. And Young slams it home.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Lowry against Parker from 11 feet away. That one's not going to go. So the Spurs will take it the other way. Young, right side, and Young slams it home.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. Harris outside. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Irving against Lowry. Dishes to Green. Back to Lowry. Offensive rebound. Here's Capella. It's Bielitsa. McGee with the block. It's stolen by Capella. Pass to Bielitsa. And another shot. And Lowry with a nice bucket inside. Lowry's got 33.
Well, he makes it look effortless out there. Until the defense actually presents a challenge for him, expect those kind of results.
Out to Parker. Lets the three fly. Hits it from three-point range. And the Spurs lead by 19.
Well, Jabari was ready to fire that one. You could see feet set, and he let it rip.
A floater. McGee with the block. And they're able to recover.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
Irving for three. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after him. Lowry's shot is good.
And what a take from Lowry, using that quickness to just blaze to the rim.
And it's Irving with the ball for San Antonio.
Timeout.
The lead is 15. San Antonio calls timeout. And obviously some good players have taken less money for a chance at a winning championship situation. That's made some rich teams even better.
Well, you have to appreciate a player in that regard, thinking that the financial gains that he could have somewhere else and playing for a team that's not capable of doing what it is that you're trying to do, and that's win a championship, that they've decided, look, it's not about that for me. What it is about the experience of being around a team that elevates itself to being the best team in the league. And if you're fortunate enough at the highest level, Kevin, as a basketball player, to be around a championship, that experience sticks with you for a lifetime. So you do appreciate guys looking for those opportunities to be around a championship.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Greg Popovich talk to his team. He said nobody thought we'd be in this position right now, and we are. He said he was proud of his guys, but he also said, now go finish this thing off and get this win. Kevin?
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Here's Green. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 3 assists in the game. Pass to Cousins. Brown outside. The kick out to Young. A putback. Cousins, the pass to Young. Here's Antetokounmpo. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, the body language right now is not looking good for this basketball team. The game might be out of reach, but they have to avoid mistakes like that.
Irving against Lowry. Jacks up a 3. Irving misses.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Antetokounmpo, no good.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively. And he was sitting back a little bit there in the first half, but feels like showtime now, and he's ready to put some major points up on the board.
Lowry against Irving. Lowry's shot is good. Lowry's got 15 points in just the second half.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Back to Irving. The pass to Parker. Clock at 4. Shoots over Capella. They grab their own miss. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Cousins is just so difficult to handle. Skills aside, he still has that incredible size where he can draw fouls.
DeMarcus Cousins at the line for 2.
The first one falls. Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
Giannis dishes to Green with the fadeaway. Misses off the left iron.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
The Heat trail by 17. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Antetokounmpo, no good. San Antonio's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Sinks the triple.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
If you were commissioner, Brent, of the NBA, would you add or alter any rules right now?
First of all, I think you get to fly on a really nice plane wherever you're going, and you get to go to any game you want to.
Yes.
So sign me up
with
for that job.
With courtside seats, by the way, too.
Add or alter any NBA rules. I think the game is in a pretty good place right now, Kevin, and there's not much that I think is out there for us to change.
It seems like All-Star Weekend and the length of the season seems to be two pretty prominent things that continually come up.
Yeah, and as far as the question, I guess my head was going to things that are on the floor.
I was thinking that too, but I couldn't think of anything that really...
On the floor, it's tough to figure out something that could be adjusted, and I know Adam Silver and David Stern before him, all of their concern mostly is about the optics of the game.
Yes.
And right now, it's in a pretty good spot.
It's very pleasing to watch, there's no doubt.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, Kevin, even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
Round the pass to Parker. He kicks to Young. Capella against Irving. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Capella, and it's Irving missing.
Well, that's the only way to take him out of his comfort zone from that range. Get right up in the jersey, force him off the spot.
Antetokounmpo banked in off the glass. Antetokounmpo's got 27 points.
I like how Giannis is inviting a little bit more contact and no longer shying away from it.
Brown against Green. Thaddeus Young on the wing. Again, the miss by the Spurs. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Heat. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter. Offensive rebound Heat. Capella with the bucket. Capella's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
Irving against Lowry. Here's Parker. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for San Antonio.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And I think a great job in positioning themselves for the W here. It's win number 21 on the season.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep. And that has to be a relief.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Cousins.
Yeah, it felt like there was more than one of him out there tonight. He was involved on every possession, and he made his presence felt in so many ways.
Passes it to Ilyasova. Kicks to Allen. Pass to Ojala. Now here's Robertson. Teardrop shot. Can't hit from in close. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
things are definitely clicking. And more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Here's Walker. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
That's his second personal foul. At the line for your Spurs, Lonnie Walker. 2 shots.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And the first one drops. Thon Maker's checked in for the Spurs. He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line. Here's Miami now. They trail by 18. Down low, Ilyasova passes to Nunn. Allen outside. Over Johnson. Allen's shot is off. Here's Neto. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much with DeMarcus Cousins. DeMarcus, physical challenge for you guys with another game coming tomorrow. What do you have to do to get ready with the quick turnaround?
Just rest up. It's part of the league.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
Your better, but that don't equal well. But you can't help out your partners unless you done help yourself. So I need more than kudos and a high five. Cause I went from sidelines to the limelight. And I shine bright, ice cold bars, Klondike. And I never move with the this ain't blindside, oh. Finite, but you feel the spirit, whole flow, shine light, so glow. Every lyric skin cold, cold, so most like Rondo on my glow when I pivot, oh. Most these sheep move like clones. That's why I be on my own. My mama thought I was a joke. But Dave Chappelle told me I'm Dave Chappelle told me and I know it, you can't tell me nothing else. That's why every beat I'm on is water and I might go close. Me and my dogs eat like it's what we be working July. Out of my hood, I deserve some accolades. Cause I maneuver through the like a bottle of Metamucil in a body that's used to being. And most